The settings for pay categories can be accessed and updated via the Payroll Settings tab, which can be found here and also here. You can find the pay categories page under the pay run settings here. Pay categories are used to define the rates that employees are paid. Setting up your pay categories will help simplify the management of employee pay rates by configuring national insurance and leave accruals, calculating national minimum and national living wage, and configuring pinchable options. When you create a new business, a number of common pay categories have already been created for your convenience. Among these, there are system default categories that are marked with a system tag as shown here. These system maintained pay categories cannot be deleted or replaced, although some settings can in some cases be edited. This is intentional to ensure the system calculates the pay categories and associated components in a specific manner. In addition to the system-generated pay categories, you are able to create new ones that match your business needs. To create a new pay category, click on the Add button to the right of the screen. A new pay category box will open. You will then need to type the name of the new pay category in the pay category name box. Once this is done, press Save. You can then configure the rest of the pay category. Fields you will be asked to fill in include the units. You can select a rate here. You can choose from hourly, annually, fixed, daily, and monthly. You can choose whether or not the pay category will be PAYE exempt. You can also choose if the pay category would like to accrue leave. You can decide whether or not you want to hide the units on the payslip. In some circumstances, when paying employees, there may be pay categories where you do not require the number of units and rate per unit to be displayed on the payslip. Examples include paying a commission or bonus, or the primary pay category for salaried staff. Even though the units will still be displayed in the pay run, ticking this box means they won't appear on the payslip. You can also choose if you want the pay category to be exempt from national insurance by ticking this box here. You can enter an external ID in the field here. If an external ID is used that has been used before, you won't be able to save it if the unique external ID setting is switched on. This setting is located in the Payroll Settings Advanced Settings page. Using an external ID can be helpful when importing timesheets. The Rate Precision field determines how many place values the earnings will show. You can select from 0 to 5 decimal places. In this last box here, you can choose the national minimum and national living wage calculation. Here you can choose to include for purposes of national minimum and living wage, use the base rate for purposes of minimum wage calculations, or even exclude these earnings from minimum wage calculations. Once you have completed the pay category, press the Save button on the left-hand side of the screen. In addition to the base value pay category like we've just seen, you are able to create linked categories. For example, a pay category could have the base value of hourly pay, but you could also have linked categories to this base hourly pay at overtime 1.5 and double rates overtime. When a pay category is linked to a base pay category, you only need to specify the base rate for the employee, and the rate for the linked pay categories will be automatically calculated. As an example here, hourly pay could be £10 an hour. The system will then automatically calculate the overtime at £15 an hour, and then the system will also automatically calculate the overtime at the double rate at £20 an hour. You can create the linked categories by going into an already created base pay category and clicking on the Add Linked Category button in the bottom right hand corner of the screen here. If we continue with the hourly pay rate category here, you can see that I already have 2 linked categories. The hourly rate of the linked category is set to be a percentage of the base pay category. For example, in this overtime times 2 linked pay category, I've added 100% here. I can add a new linked category by scrolling to the bottom and clicking on the Add Linked category here. When you click on this, you'll need to enter a name for the linked category and press the Add button. As before, you'll then need to complete the relevant fields, which are the same as the ones we covered setting up your original pay category. For linked pay categories, the rate unit is set to hourly. Once you have completed the fields, you can press Save. You are able to delete a linked category up until the point it is used in a pay run. If you move your cursor over to the right there, a bin will appear. You simply click on this to delete the linked pay category. And that's it for the pay categories page.